So the YouTube situation is kind of weird right now. I just spent about an hour and a bit looking at YouTube videos from other voice people, so people in K-pop, people who do other genres, actors, everything really, a lot of different things. And other voice teachers I even saw there. You see, what I didn't anticipate is that there's so many voice teachers on YouTube also trying to make a living, which is, that's just standard. But like people who have actually, got the degree, they don't have anything else to do other than teaching lessons, and they think this could be another income stream for them. I'm different in that I don't need YouTube as an income stream right now, but I would, ideally, I would like it to be my main income stream. So the problem is, I looked at so many of these people, I just found so many, and I didn't anticipate that there would be this many. And now I'm just thinking, what do I have to offer that's different? Well, for starters, I'm young. I'm way younger than many of them. A lot of them are either doing their degrees or they've done their degrees in music, probably a BFA, and they have nowhere else to go. So that's what they're doing. At the moment, I'm doing speech language pathology, and at the moment, I am just really interested in voice. I'm not really interested in voice, that's a lie. It's my whole, it's my whole thing. That sentence sounded really dumb. It's like something someone would say at like a really bad X Factor audition. You know those videos with the bad X Factor auditions are like, I've wanted this my whole entire life, Simon, please. No, but I've been studying the voice for ages and ages, for about, I don't know, 14 years now. It's fair to say. Over a decade. I'm sounding old and corny, but I've been studying the voice for a very long time, and it would be unfair to say that I am incompetent, because I'm not. I have been studying it. I've been studying with different teachers, different celebrity teachers, different normal voice teachers. I've been learning and absorbing everything. I've been reading papers. I've been going, I really want to go to more conferences. I've only been to one online one, as in annual symposium, but I would really love to go to others. I've been to virtual events and things, but that doesn't really count. I want to be in there in person. So yeah, I'm a mega nerd. I'm young. How many other kids my age are all in on voice like this? Like, they probably take singing lessons, go every so often. You see, you don't know what you don't know, and that's what I realized when I was about 11 years old or so. I don't know, just 11, 12, COVID times. I realized, on multiple different occasions when I was smaller, you just don't know what you don't know until you find out, until you practice, until you do the work, until you learn something from a teacher that's more experienced than you. I know, just a teacher, someone more experienced than you. You really don't know what you don't know. And I'm trying to find out things that I don't know all the time, trying to fill in the gaps, trying to do all the work. But at this point, I just really want to get my channel started. I really want to get my I don't really want to I don't really want to make somewhere that's just an income stream for me. I want a community of singers who also want to improve on the same scale that I do. I want to build like a hive rather than I teach you and that's all. I want to build a community where everybody is contributing, everybody is giving ideas, everybody is taking information from one place and maybe asking others, does this make sense to you? How do you feel about this? Do you think this will help you? Or maybe even coming to me for an evaluation. I want to be able to help people, but I want people to be able to, give me new ideas so that I can, pass the ideas on to other people. We can, and not just this passage of information, which I've seen in the classical world quite a lot. I'm not bashing the classical world here, but the way the system works, you go to conservatoire, you learn from these teachers that have learned systems from a very long time ago, and it becomes like Chinese whispers, because there's things they forget and there's things that aren't necessarily passed on in that teaching, which is kind of weird to me, because you have, especially in the UK, the highest echelons of musical education is from the conservatoire, right? The classical methods, the conservatoire. You have all of these voice teachers up here telling you, oh, belting's not safe, belting is hard, belting is, it could be dangerous, just because they don't know the techniques to be able to do that. There is a lot of, you know, conceitedness in the classical field, and I'm not saying this as a hater. I grew up in the classical industry. Well, industry, no. I grew up with classical training. I've seen it firsthand many times with different teachers, and I truly believe that that's something every voice teacher can work on. The way that they not just pass on information, not just pass on information that may or may not be relevant, but actually apply it. And, you know, the way that you apply information is really important, because ideally you want a singer that can be all-rounded, like well-rounded, and have different, you know, different toolkits, different colours that they can play with, different styles, rather than just having a singer that can only do classical or only do jazz or only do R&B and then nothing else. And we see this, like, in classical, there's a lot of singers that don't really want to venture out of their you know, classical specialism. And, you know, in other genres, like, I don't know, R&B, a lot of singers don't want to venture out of that and try other genres. But we're seeing, you know, a resurgence of the genre crossing. And I'm not, like, there's a difference between genre crossing and, like, I think it's called crossover, where they, like, sing pop songs in an opera voice. I don't get that. But, you know, we're seeing a resurgence in people trying different things. And I want to be the one trying different things with my people. Like, I want to also make videos on my YouTube channel that are from, you know, with the people on that course or the school, whatever I'm going to do. I want to make videos where we just have a good old time and we try different things and we learn from each other, and I think that would just be perfect. That would be so good if I could make that happen. But, you know, right now I feel really lost. So that's why I'm making a video, for clarity. Yeah, I feel so lost right now. I asked ChatGPT, you know, can you help me to identify, you know, anything that I can do better? Because, you know, being 18 and not, you know, I have some of the, you know, my voice teacher right now she's one of the best in the industry. I have, you know, industry connections. I have a mind and a voice that has been trained for ages and ages. Surely I should be on top of this by now. I think it's just me. Like, you see the stupidest people, you know, spouting their ideas, or, well, no, ideas aren't stupid. You see the stupidest people leading people and doing things that you'd think that more intelligent people could be able to do, right? And it's always, they say that the you know, the people who are more stupid are the ones that get further, because they do not care. They do not think rationally, like, oh, what's going on? What's the fault in this? Where am I gonna go wrong? How am I gonna come back from this if this fails? What if it fails? They don't think like that. They just do it. So I think I just need to let go of the thoughts of my brain. No thoughts, head empty. But genuinely, I need to actually get to work. I need to stop thinking, oh, this isn't going to serve me in the future. Why am I bothering? Because it will. It will. So yeah, I'm trying so hard to keep the fire alive. And I've got that long Timu video to edit. I wanted it to be out today. I wanted it to be done today. That didn't happen. I was lazy yesterday and today. It's currently, oh, I put my phone on sleep, 12:17. I've just been watching these videos and making notes, and I just feel like, I don't feel like a failure because I haven't failed yet, but the fact that I haven't failed means that I'm complacent and lazy, and I need to fail, for goodness sake. I need to upload that video and let it flop and get the 1 view and just, yeah, let it fail, let it die, and then start fresh. I think that's really what's taking away my creativity right now, is the feeling of I've got to get it done, rather than I can get it done, I can upload this video, I'm so blessed that I'm in a position to upload this video, rather than, you know, oh, I've got to get it done. That's not helpful to anybody. So I'm gonna do the 25-minute, I'm gonna start with the 25-minute session and try not to nitpick anything or change anything and, you know, go back and forth too many times. Probably record some voiceovers as well, because there's some voiceovers that I've been, you know, that's the main part of what I need to do, and I've been procrastinating on that, trying to do other things. So I'll record the voiceovers, I'll do the 25-minute session, and we'll see how we go.